We have been successfully partnering with marketing and customer-facing organisations now across corporate Ireland for 16 years. Today, we pioneer the evolved marketing space. So when it comes to things to seriously skilled talent in data analytics, digital, customer experience, as well as obviously marcoms, brand, product management, and real kind of insights and planning, you know, we pioneer new ways of approaching that talent. And what we call our business today is we simply refer to it as customer talent.
I think data analytics is really important because consumers are now no longer just consumers, they're actually prosumers. This means that they proactively engage with the brands that they deal with. So you can't acquire a customer and assume that they will be loyal to you forever. You need to engage with them constantly, you need to serve them constantly, you need to understand their needs, and you need to develop propositions that address these changing needs on a continuous basis, and analytics helps you do all that.
In the past, I've worked in telecoms and also in betting industries in various analytic positions within marketing, within CRM. So I think I've seen a proliferation of analytics and companies practicing analytics within the Irish marketplace in the last number of years. Everyone will be on different stages of their journey. So what I anticipate today are to hear questions about maybe how we can start off, how we can start to build the fundamental building blocks for analytics, and maybe how we can progress from a more descriptive stage to a more predictive stage to a more prescriptive stage.
Making data and analytics a career in Paddy Power has been a journey that we've been on over the last few years. Rather than seeing these people as commodities, it's been very much about giving these people a career and a meaningful place at the table in the organisation, and I think that has been one of the big journeys that we've been on over the last few years. Mobile is playing a huge role in everything now, and I think just the sheer volume of data that has been created is just making the lives of brands like the ones I work for today and have done previously, and what we do with that data, just a harder and harder task to get their heads around. Go to first principles and make sure you're asking the right questions about the business rather than just getting lost in data for data's sake.
If you think about analytics, it's driven by people first and foremost. Beside what you might think about, here is a tool, no, that's not what makes the difference. It's really the quality of the people that you find. And Ireland being such a great place for those people, they have many, many options. So I'm not only competing against other banks, I'm competing against Google, Facebook to attract the best possible talent. That takes some effort, and we all know that there is a shortage in this area, so that's one of the key problems. The other challenge is more about the pace of innovation within that field. So if you look at the latest innovation, like no later last week, Google has just released a new algorithm that were able to beat a grandmaster at the game of Go. So how do you harvest all that technology to create that financial advisor that know your customer better than they know themselves? This is feasible, but it takes a lot of keeping up to date and always keeping one step ahead of the game, which is probably one of the big challenges in this industry.
I think data analytics is absolutely critical because in today's world of infinite consumer choice, in today's connected, digitized world, whatever you want to call it, people are just bombarded with choices as to who they want to interact with, who they want to talk to. When I say who, I said what business, what brand, who are they going to allow into their increasingly busy lives. And I think for us as businesses and brands, we need to inform ourselves and really understand consumers as humans and people in order that we can give them what they need and make that emotional connection that gives the mutual beneficial growth and partnership that brings the business, brand and consumer working together.
Data analytics is important because we're now, everybody today in a digital world, we're simply surrounded by data, we're living in data, we're breathing it, we're creating it at every single moment. However, that doesn't mean it makes any sense. So in actual fact, the key for organisations now is to make sense of that data, to know which data is important, to be able to ask the right questions in order to be able to actually do something with the data, because data, a bit like art for art, data for data's sake is actually of no real value. The value has to come from the analytics.
Well, I think data analytics is critical these days, particularly in the area of designing product experiences that are engaging. Without it, we can't understand the customer and then, as a result, design a product that really meets their needs. From a longer term perspective, I think that it's a growing area and one that we're all only beginning to get our heads around. But I think it's going to be vital. In areas such as connected health and smart health, I think that it's at an interesting point of transition where we're moving from an area where it's been used from a pharmaceutical perspective to a large degree, but now we're moving into the area of consumer health and consumer wellness. I see it growing enormously in the future.
So clearly data analytics is something that's becoming more and more important for all businesses. Our business, Shop Direct Ireland, is an online retail business, so digital plays a really, really important part of our model. Digital is changing how consumers' behaviour, and the important part of that is that data analytics is all about the customer. So in a changing world where there are more options available to our customers in terms of where they shop and where they convert, the data becomes more and more important to a business like ours.
Talk to any of us in Idiro Alternatives about what you've heard today as well, and thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Really